needed that okay to talk about it. And then once we released it and put it out there, she felt like she told her whole story. And so so many moments like that. There was another one where we saved a guy's life in Clinton, Iowa, when just randomly did a pop-up songwriting experience where he brought his wife on. And 2 weeks later, he showed up at a different festival we were at and was like, hey, I just want you to know, I only bought a ticket to that last festival because I was going to show my wife one more good time before I killed myself. And he's like, I saw a literal sign as Creative Vets and you helped me share my story with her. So like, this is really happening for veterans. And it's crazy to think that just a simple songwriting session could do that. But you gotta realize we have these things that we don't think could translate to anybody, and we're holding it inside. And we write this song that we send to everyone, and all of a sudden everyone understands us, for even if it's for a split second.
I think it's pretty astounding that well, like I said, when we first started talking today, I'd never heard of any VSO or nonprofit in the veteran space that does this type of thing. So this is very unique.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of anybody doing anything even remotely similar to this. But there's obviously a lot of facets that make this so effective. Number one, you're building a big community of people that are interested in the arts. You know, you're getting people to do something that's outside their comfort zone. You know, and oftentimes they feel disconnected, and it kind of gets them reconnected with, you know, not only people in the community, but gets reconnected with a part of themselves they might not otherwise get reconnected with because they don't know how to do it. Maybe they just need a little guidance, like a little rudder steering, right? And then it's also providing people an opportunity to put their experiences out. Because a lot of times people go through something traumatic and they don't ever tell anyone about it. And they keep it inside, and that's the stuff that eats away at you. It's like drinking acid. You know, it starts disintegrating inside of you.
And you think you're protecting yourself and them by not telling them, because we go to war because we don't want people to see the evil that happens. And when we come home, we're not going to be like, by the way, here's what I saw, because we feel like it's due to disservice to what we just did by protecting them.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we need to get it out, and we need to have a route to do that. And music and art is the one way. I explain it like this. The Marine Corps stripped away all my vulnerability, which is perfect for war. Yeah. Because when my buddy died, I just hopped back in the truck the next day and went to work like nothing happened. Yeah. The issue is they didn't give me my vulnerability back when I left. They didn't say like, oh, it's okay to feel emotion and be okay and be open to stuff now. Art and music does that. And it empowers you to tell the stories you want to tell. That's another thing. We don't want to sit across from a shrink and have them tell us about our feelings and us tell them about something that doesn't go anywhere. We want to be able to tell the stories when we want to tell them, how we want to tell them, and art and music does that. If tomorrow something happens to someone in my family, I can now turn to my guitar and process it in the proper ways, knowing that if I write a song or do an art piece